Down. You got it? Down some more. You got it? Down some more. You got it? Stop that. And subtracting unlike fractions. All right. When I say unlike fractions, I'm still talking about unlike denominators. So get these notes down, even if you ain't done with the last set of problems. All right. I'm gonna say the same thing. Must be fractions. Must be fractions. So if you got a mixed number, fix it. All right. Rule 1. Line the fractions up. Line the fractions vertically. What direction is vertical? Up and down. Somebody tell you to jump. If somebody say I got a 30-inch vert, they ain't talking about jumping side to side, they jumping up and down. So vertically, you're gonna line these problems up right on top of each other. Alright. Rule 2. List the denominator timetable until they match. Alright. List the denominator's timetable until they match up. Alright. And then we're going to say circle where they meet. Circle where they meet. When I say meet up, circle where they meet, I mean circle where they come up to be the same. Alright. Rule 3. Calculate common, we'll say equivalent fraction. Alright. When I say fraction, I'm talking about numerator. Pay attention to the numerator. Alright. And then the last rule is use rules for adding and subtracting. Right here? Numerator. Right here? Yeah, use the rules for adding and subtracting. Instead of us writing them all over again, we're just going to use the rules we got right here. Alright? And I should have said subtracting. Let's fix that, subtracting. Alright, we got 4 rules this time. Let's practice. This was going to take us a little bit longer, but it's fine. Alright, here we go. So, fractions aren't, some of them ain't as easy as the rest of them, but just give me a chance to show you, and I'm going to take care of you. Alright. Here we go. The problem is 1/2 plus 7/8. Okay. So rule 1 says to do what? Line them up vertically. I want you to go and say 1/2 plus 7/8. Alright, like that. Do that. Alright. Line them up vertically. Now, the next part says, list the denominators, list those timetables until they match. So you come to the side and write your 2 timetables and your 8 timetables. Always write your smallest number first of your denominators, right? Just 2 and 8. Now, give me some 2 timetables. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? Give me some 8 timetables. 8, 16. Let's not go too far. Here we go. Now, what number do you see matches on both sides?
8.
8, right? So we have 8. So our common denominator is 8. So we're going to come to this problem and put a denominator of 8 here. We're going to come over here and put a denominator of 8 here. That's rule 2. You see it?
So whatever match over there is gonna be the common denominator.
Now some people told you just multiply 2 denominators. You don't want to do that because one denominator is 48 and the other was 69. Who wants to find the common denominator of 3 billion? I'm trying to do that. So just write the timetable till they match up. There's always more than one way, but I'm gonna try to tell you the straight way to get there.
How did you get a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10?
All right, I just wrote my timetables. See, I use my denominators. I got a denominator of 2 and denominator of 8. See it over here? And I just wrote my timetables out. All right, and wherever they match is what I circle. That's not your common denominator. Now, how to find the equivalent fraction? Because we're not done. We have 8. We know what the denominator is going to be, but we don't know what that fraction is going to be. All right, so this is what you do. You divide your 2 denominators. You say old denominator into new denominator. We divide. How many times does 2 go into 8? 4 times. You take that number and multiply by your numerator. You can't just bring somebody to the house. You got to ask your wife, hey, you know, we good, right? So you got to say 2 going to 8, whatever we get, 4 times that old numerator is still what? 4. That's my new fraction. 1/2 as an 8 is 4 over 8. We're going to practice, we're going to do a couple of these. Here we go, let's go again. Same thing down here. It just so happened that these two are the same, but it works the same. How many times is 8 going to 8? All right, so 8 going to 8 one time. 1 times 7 is still what? 7. All right, so now we have our 2 fractions, 4 8s and 7 8. All right, and then we're going to use the rules for adding and subtraction that we did up here. Draw a large line. Our large line with a denominator of 8, because we got 4 over 8 plus 7 over 8. We add it, so we say 4 plus 7, and we get what? 11 over 8. 11 is prime, 8 is 3 2s. Anybody going anywhere? So we're going to stay here. Let's do some more. Let's do some more. I'm going to work with you on this. Let's do some more. It's all right, just one more step. Let's do it. Let's do 4 3/5. Here we go. 4 3/5 minus 1/4. Minus 1/4. All right. I'm gonna change this step to fractions. All right. You don't have to if you know what you're doing, but I'm gonna change this to fractions. How you change 4 3/5 to a fraction? So 4 times 5 is 20, plus 3 is how much? So we got 23 over 5 to keep that the same, and that 1/4 is already a fraction, so we're good. It's not a mixed number, we're good. All right, so we have unlike fractions, unlike denominators. We line these up vertically, so we have 23 over 5 and 1 over 4, and we are subtracting. All right, here we go. It says, so we got our problems vertically, we got it going on. Now, list the denominators timetable. What are our 2 denominators? 5 and 4. So I'm going to write my smallest number first. 4 and 5. All right, these are our denominators. Now, give me some 4 timetables. 4, 8. That's right, 8. All right, so Oh, okay, 16. Okay, okay. Now let's get some 5 timetables. 5. It sure is. 10, 15, 20, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Our least common, or the number that they match is what? Right here. Now I want to show you something. You see how 4 and 5 you multiply, we got 20. But when we multiply 2 and 4, we didn't get the common denominator of this problem. That's why it's best to list them out so you can see them. Because sometimes they'll multiply. A lot of times they won't. All right, now. So now, after you find your least common denominator, come beside your problem and make that your denominator. Make that your denominator. All right, let's zoom that in. There we go. There we go. I like that. Now, how are we going to find our top number for this fraction over here? What we do? Old denominator into new denominator. 5 going to 20 how many times? All right, now use your calculator. What's 4 times 23? What's 4 quarters take away 3? I mean 4. What you got?
Oh, wait. You said multiply?
You got it. You got it. You got it. Look at you. Didn't even know you had it like that. All right. All right, here, same thing. Old denominator into your new denominator. 4 going to 20 how many times? 5 times. 5 times 1 is 5. Now you have common denominators. Now that you have common denominators, we go back to what we did at first. Subtract the two numbers. So what it say? Draw a long line. Put your denominator underneath and just say 92 minus 5. What's 92 minus 5? Anybody know? What you get? 87 over 20. Now, 87 is prime. Alright? There are no common factors between 87 and 20. Because if I add 8, wait a minute. 8 and 7 is 15, so 3 will give it to me. Sure will. 8 and 7 is 15. So anytime you get a 3 time table, when you add digits, let's do it. 87 is 3 times something. How do you find the missing factor? What I tell y'all to do? Divide. I know 3 is a factor because 8 plus 7 is 15. That's a 3 time table. So I use 3 as one of my legs. All right. So what y'all say? 87 divided by 3. What you get? 20 who? I ain't hear you. 29. Now 29 is prime. So we got 3 and 29 for 27. And for 20, you get 4 and 5, which is 2 2s and a 5. And when I look at my 2 factors, nothing matches. 87 is 3 and 29. 20 is 2 2s and a 5. Nothing happens. So we're good right there. All right, let's do another. We're gonna work on this. This is the last part of the fraction that everybody just say, I just can't do it. You can. You have all the tools necessary. All right, let's do it again. Let's do, I like this one. Let's do 1 and 5/8. 1 and 5. Work with me now. Keep practicing. Don't stop. That cell phone right there calling your name. I know it. Plus 13 over 16. All right. Change everything into a fraction. Who need to change? The mixed number. How we change that 1 and 5/8 to a fraction? 1 times 8 is 8. Plus 5 is how much? 13. So our new problem is 13 over 8 plus 13 over 16. Now, are these like fractions or unlike fractions? Unlike. I know the top is the same. It don't matter about that. You want the denominator to be the same. So these are unlike fractions. So with unlike fractions, we have to go to our rules. Let's line them up. Here we go. So 13 over 8 plus 13 over 16. All right. Next step, list the denominators. The denominators are what? What and what? 8 and 16. Let's do some timetables. 8, 16. 16 32. I just added 16 to get that. But truth be told, we already had our come. As soon as we did the 16 here, we had two numbers that match, right? What are those two numbers? 16, that matches. All right, now, beside each fraction, you write your common denominator. All right, here we go. Now, 8 going to 16, how many times? 2 times 13, two $13 bills is $26. 16 going to 16, one time, it's not going to change. 1 times 13 is 13. Now that you have the common denominator, we got 16 as a denominator, and we have 26 plus 13. 26 plus 13. What do we get? All right, we got 39 over 16. Look at your timetable chart. Do you have 39 anywhere in there?
Actually, 39 is on your timetable chart. So remember, if you're looking for numbers, composite numbers, or numbers that can be broken down, draw a line on your timetable chart from here. So everything below this line and to the right of this line, these are all composite. So if you find it in here, it has factors. So if we're looking for 39, you look here, when you look up, it's 13 times 3. All right. I said something wrong in class that I want to address now. So let's start from here. 26 plus 13. We have 39 over 16. Now, we know 16 can be reduced because it is an even number. It ends in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. So 2, we're going to come over to the side. 2 can be used to factor 16. And if you don't know what the missing factor is, you can divide 16 in 2 and get 8. And 8 is how many 2's? You should memorize that, right? If 8 is 4 times 2 and 4 breaks down to 2 times 2, 8 is 3 2's, 16 has another 2. So 16 is 4 2's. Now, let's look at 39. In class, I said 39 does not factor. 39 does factor. It just does not factor with 2 as one of the factors. But remember what I said. If I add up the factors, if you add 3 plus 9, you get what? 12. And 12 is one of your 3 timetables. Look at it. 3, 6, 9, 12. If when you add up the digits of a number and the answer equals one of your 3 timetables, then you can use 3 as one of your factors. So 39 can be factored with a 3. 39 divided by 3 is 13. What I meant to say is there are no common factors of 39 to 16. 39 is 3 and 13. 16 is 1, 2, 3, 4 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4 2's. Anything in common? No. So our answer is still 39 over 16. All right.
I have to have you practice because it look good. It's sexy when I do it. You get by yourself, it get less sexy. So I want you to try it out. You got to be able to try it out, man.